Hello, and welcome to Richard and Carl Play Daggerheart. I'm Richard, the person who failed to successfully end the recording last week, scrubbing an entire episode from existence.
And I am Carl, the one who managed to play an entire episode that got scrubbed from existence.
That's fair. You know, if we were, wise, we could just both be recording. And then that way, if something goes wrong on one recording, we'd have a second recording.
I suppose that would be wise.
You know, the funny thing is, I'm fully aware of how one could record and polish and edit a podcast, but that's not happening.
Well, maybe one day when we actually become famous, we'll start to put in a little more effort.
Probably not. See, that's the... Sorry about that. One moment. Oh, my technology is fighting me. Okay, so... For those to catch up the audience, last week we recorded a session that simply didn't work. So this week, we're just going to play the same session again and frame it a little bit differently. But before we get into it, what's new in the Carlverse? And if you bring up a certain topic and start complaining about it, I will mute you and fire you. And replace you with a different podcast host.
Wait, do you actually have different podcast hosts lined up?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'd absolutely fire you. So, what's new in the Carlverse? Tread carefully.
That sounds dangerous, holy. So, for some reason, my boss decided that he would try radio advertising.
Ooh, this is going to be fun.
So we tell them what we want to advertise. We want to advertise we have the 5 most popular pizzas. We're like, okay, we'll sell them for larges, pick up only one of our 5 most popular pizzas. $9.99. All right. So this Saturday, we're supposed to do our sale. They're supposed to do the advertisement. We make a whole bunch of dough. And the radio just doesn't run our advertisements.
That sounds about right. It's not like radio's a dying industry that desperately needs business or anything. That should be very serious and trying its best.
Right. And so then we post on Facebook to be like, we're going to sell large pizzas for $7.99 because our advertising partners failed us.
Yep.
And it doesn't do anything on the Saturday. But then on the Sunday, come in, and again, they still haven't run our advertisement. So we post on Facebook. That ended up being what I like to call disastrously successful. Where, there's just no way that you can actually keep up with the level of business that comes in. It's super successful, but people end up being angry because there was just too many people.
So did you run a paid Facebook ad? I'm just kind of curious for my own edification here.
Oh, no, we never paid for Facebook advertising.
All right, so you went to pay a radio to advertise, and they didn't, so you just posted on Facebook, and it did so well that you simply couldn't match the level of business you got?
Well, so on a typical Friday or Saturday, on a reasonable Friday, I guess, we're open until 4 a.m.
I think that's a poor life choice for everybody involved, but that's me being editorialing.
And we hope to get around 350 tickets.
Okay.
On the Sunday, when we're only open until midnight, we still got over 300 tickets.
Thank goodness this business has profit sharing, so the harder the staff work, the more money they get. And it's not just that they worked hard so they'd get literally nothing and have to work harder for the same pay, right? Clearly when you run a sale, there's some sort of benefit to the employees working that sale.
But so the $7.99 larges, any larges, was successful in some ways. Like I say, kind of disastrously successful, because when you succeed too hard and you can't actually keep up with what you said you're going to do, then people get upset, and then it actually ends up being not good. But
I can safely say I've never succeeded too hard. Actually, I'm gonna say in
Unprepared for that
September,
level of
last
success.
September, I might have succeeded too hard when I found myself with 4 jobs. And I'm like, it would be good if any of these were over the summer. I'll just write these 2 books between classes. It's fine.
But so then, 2 weeks later, the radio has agreed to give us, extra advertising, and because they screwed up, and so we attempt this $9.99 largest again. And my boss is like, we're not going to post anywhere else because we want to see how successful radio advertising is.
Oh no.
And so then he schedules a whole bunch of extra people, and I have to work another Sunday where I, normally have Sundays off. In fact, I had to close because he was expecting it to be busy, and there was a new trainee and all this kind of stuff. And this is like, ugh, why? Like, it's not entirely the radio's fault that the radio advertisement wasn't very successful, because it's like, 2 weeks ago, we just posted on Facebook any large for $7.99. And then this, 2 weeks later, it's just one of the top 5 larges for $9.99. And so, consumers don't forget that quickly about specials.
Well, not just that,
So
but if someone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get pizza because I haven't had pizza in a while," and then they get pizza, and then the next week, "Hey, I'm gonna have pizza." It's like, I don't know if the sale will work every time.
Right. So, I mean, not only did the radio fail to advertise properly for us the first time around, and then we put on this better special. So even if we had posted on Facebook, people would see that a mere 2 weeks ago we, had a better special.
Right.
But in any event, it was not a very successful weekend, and there was like some extra stuff going on because there's like a little a mini fair at one of the local malls in the parking lot for some reason. I don't know. Usually they go to the exhibition grounds, but sometimes there's like, we'll set up in this parking lot.
Yeah.
And like there was food truck wars. It's like, if we had actually advertised on the radio 2 weeks ago like we had intended, perhaps that sale it would have been a better metric by which to measure how successful radio actually is, because like you say, radio seems to be a dying industry, and I'm not sure if it's worth it at all to advertise, but it's certainly not worth it to advertise on a weekend filled with other things to do in the city that are food related.
Well,
after having a better sale mere 2 weeks earlier.
It's weird because a lot of people switch from radio to Spotify, and I have like full rants I want to give about like the negative cultural implications of everyone creating their own reality marbles, where shared viewing and shared listening experiences are. I mean, I don't know if I have the study to back this, and the scholar in me is like, I need more citation. But I do kind of feel like humanity's just become shittier people because they stopped doing things together. Like,
right, because the radio used to be a way to actually share culture and have things to connect with other people about, even if you know nothing about them.
Well, not just that, but part of the reality bubble too is, let's use your pizzeria for an example. What do you think is just better for people to like interact with their coworkers? A radio going in the background that no one really has control over. They get a fight over what station. They get the occasional commercial about their area and listen to music they might not. Or 6 people wearing headphones listening to unrelated hate podcasts while glaring at each other silently. Because like we had a little... I still don't understand, and this is like the old man in me, when it became socially acceptable to just have headphones in at all times.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, so, I mean, I personally don't really listen to the radio except when I'm at work.
That's the best time to radio.
And whenever I get into the car and I'm too lazy to plug in my phone. If I had wireless Android Auto in my car, I would probably never listen to the radio because it would just connect to my phone automatically. But because I have to plug it in, sometimes I'm just too lazy, and I'll just listen to the radio on like a short drive. But it's like, yeah, I personally don't listen to the radio, except for in very specific situations. But even at work, we kind of have the front section where the pizzas are actually made, and you have the back section where prep is done. Um, when I'm closing, I'm always in the front area, so I'm not listening to the radio. And a lot of times I'll walk around into the back. And I mean, to me, not wearing headphones or earbuds or whatever, it's just like, wow, why are they sitting here in silence? Meanwhile, everybody in the back is, like you say, listening to their own music. I mean, most of the people in my workplace are actually fairly competent in being able to listen to whatever they want on their headphones and still interact with the people and the world around them. But it's just like...
It's like they only have one foot in reality, though. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Remember, though, I'm also a teacher, so you can see why my level of frustration of someone coming into a lecture with headphones in.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I even tell people, I'm like, why are you here then? You could just leave. Like, I don't get it. But the TLDR is I do not think the radio is where people are absorbing information from, therefore isn't the best avenue. But like, if I ran a business, I'd probably be running radio and like be friends with a local station to try and like bring some humanity back. Because I don't know if your Facebook's been doing this recently, but mine algorithm has decided to fill my feed with the worst garbage I've ever seen. Like, it's like, because if you're interested in this, do you want ChatGPT to be able to put you in a baseball cap to make it look like you went to a game? And I'm like, I'll click the not interested in this button. It's like, why aren't you interested? I don't need an AI feature to pretend that I went to a sporting event. Like...
that is an unrelated rant about how much I hate that AI is basically telling people to use AI for mundane tasks that's like you could just pay a person $5 to do that on Fiverr if you want.
Carl could do it in Photoshop.
Or you could just do it yourself, or
go
you
to the
could
fucking
actually
sports game.
take your nails, or actually go to the sports game,
Like, if you want to selfie at a sports game, just go to a local sports game, because there's, like, city-level teams, and the tickets are, like, they give them to you if you ask nicely.
In any event, our radio advertisement was unsuccessful, which made me a little bit unhappy, because I had to work extra hours. I do get paid hourly, so it's not like it's all bad. Plus, as a added bonus / coincidence, my in-laws were in town to help do stuff for our wedding. I mean, technically not my in-laws yet, but I had an excuse to just be like, yeah, I have to work all weekend, so...
Wow, way to be
thanks for coming down. I don't actually dislike my in-laws, but I did think it was funny that I was forced to work for this unsuccessful sale. And it happened to be the weekend that my fiance's parents were coming to town to help with the wedding stuff.
Unset up lab experiment, though, because I'm just like, my brain's like, the variables that are missing, like, people who did the sale the first time and waited too long, so simply didn't bother the second time. Like, the incomplete data hurts me.
Yeah, I know. And it's just not a very scientific approach to figuring out whether or not radio is a successful way to advertise, because there's just so many variables that weren't accounted for.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, my TLDR rant is that, like, part of me wants to use the radio because it's objectively less awful than using Facebook. Like,
ironically, the AI advertisements that I've been getting, mostly have been on YouTube. Webtoon is actually surprisingly doesn't advertise very many AI products
yet.
Well, yeah, they will, I suppose. AI will.
I don't think they will, because I do think a lot of this is just, hype and scam and FOMO. Because, like I said, if it's a magic tool that does what it says, they wouldn't have to be selling mundane crap for it. right? Like,
Mm.
I keep looping around to this idea. It's like, make a game with AI. All right, I typed make me a Bleach JRPG and it didn't. It doesn't do what it said. Like, I'm like, yo, no, you don't need graphics or things. I wanted to make a Bleach text-based adventure running in Inform 7. Like, I can't do it. I'm like, really? Because this commercial just said, Lena built an app. You can build an app instantly. Build an app. Yet somehow you can't manage to make something from the 1930s. I should just be able to type make Neopets into this machine.
I have seen that advertisement where everyone's like, oh, she just made an app. It's like, did she?
No. The answer is no. Like,
and like, why is everyone all surprised about this? Like,
and like,
are they advertising to boomers who don't realize that AI is a thing yet?
It's just so many layers of incompetence.
Anyways.
And like, I literally, every time I see an AI ad, I click not interested, type in stop selling me AI crap. Every single time I scroll and I see one, I click the report false advertising button.
Report false advertising?
It is false advertising. You don't make an app in 30 seconds by typing a prompt. That is not what's happening. An application, by definition, has to run in a standalone window. Like, you're telling me, no. I use these tools daily, I promise you. The only people who can use it to make an app are people who can already make an app. That's the joke.
Mm-hmm.
The people who can use it to write a book can already write a book, and the people who use it to make an app can already make an app. That's kind of the point. It types faster than you. That's it. That's all it does. And that's fine. That is a very good product. However, they're not selling the, hey, you can use this to fix your typos faster, although it will just change your words at random if you do it. They're selling it like, hey, you can set this up to make a business where you give us money and then you make infinite money. I'm like, wait, but if everyone everywhere has the tool, then how would you have a product? Like, if you gave everyone a chicken that laid golden eggs, then the value of gold would just plummet.
Yeah. So, but anyway, the TLDR for me is that, like,
yeah, I got off the rails there.
That shared experiences through radio or television have greatly diminished, and that means that these legacy medias are just, they have to advertise more to be able to make the money to pay for their costs, but their advertising is becoming less and less effective because
we're like looking at some trends and things. Thanks to the power of enshittification and fake information, I think radio might not be a bad place to park your ticket and wait a bit. Because I was going somewhere with this. So the more Facebook becomes deep fake nonsense, right?
Right.
Isn't the higher value a radio station with a person who tells you real advertisements become?
Okay, wait. I was listening to the radio actually this morning because I was too lazy to plug in my phone while I was driving my fiance to work.
Yeah.
And they claim to have had Sidney Crosby on the radio.
Oh, no.
Like they were doing an advertisement with him. And I don't know if it was a joke, if it was serious, if it was deep fake or what. But they claim that one of the radio hosts made out with Sidney Crosby, and I'm not sure if they just if they deep faked it, if they cut in different parts of an unrelated interview to make it sound like that's what happened, or if this is actually a real story. It's just did Sidney Crosby make out with a local radio host?
Yeah, but here's the difference between the social platforms and the radio.
Okay.
So, if you post that on Facebook with a deepfake video, the platform owner Facebook is not responsible for you lying. A radio station can be sued by Sidney Crosby.
So this probably did happen for legal purposes.
Or if it didn't, they'd have to be like, oh, it was a clear parody and get fought in court, get in shit, and then if they get in shit, they'll stop doing it. So that's the thing, right? Facebook has no reason to stop lying to me. It could just tell me to mix bleach and then drink it. And then I'll click report and they're like, we have no evidence to prove that you couldn't treat your wounds with bleach.
Okay, but so when you prompted it to make your bleach text-based game,
it failed so bad. It also told me I wasn't allowed to use the script verbatim line for line, which is funny because that means the script verbatim has been trained in the machine so it could know that I was using it and it wasn't allowed to.
But did it at least like try to make you a game that was like Clorox bleach instead of
No, it
anime
knew it was
bleach?
Bleach the anime. It
Okay,
knew what
okay.
I wanted, told me it knew what I wanted, said I actually can't do that because you're not allowed to steal Bleach's script. You'd have to rewrite the script, and then compiled it as unworking code with full of placeholders that said this is where the code would go to make the game work. And I cannot stress enough
Wow.
that for it to tell me that I couldn't use the script for Bleach on a transformative work, which I can due to fair dealing laws, by the way. Because if a work is sufficiently transformative, i.e. a text-based adventure game, it falls under parody protection. But also, how would it know what the script of Bleach was?
Unless it stole it line for line.
Mm-hmm. Right?
One more unrelated AI tangent. I've talked about this a little bit before on one of our early episodes or on another podcast. I don't know which.
Who cares?
There's no way for me to possibly know.
Correct. Could you imagine if you read the episode descriptions? I put so many insults about you in them.
The point of the matter is that they updated my Android Auto to use Google Gemini instead of it just being the built-in voice recognition. And when I attempt to call or text my fiance, whose name in my phone is Sexy Butt.
Yes, that is literally the name of one of our other podcast episode titles. Is Google has a problem with Sexy Butt.
They don't have a problem with the word butt. They have a problem with the word sexy. If I say, but more to the point, I thought I had a workaround where I'd be like, okay, call Sexy Butt from my contacts, and then it would search through my contacts and find Sexy Butt. But on whatever whim the AI feels like, sometimes it just decides that that's not specific enough. It's like, tell Sexy Butt from my contacts. I do not respond to harmful language. I can help you find a contact. Okay, then call Sexy Butt from my contacts. I cannot process your request right now. Why not? I gave you the context that makes it non-offensive.
I think the funniest
You've
part,
done this before.
Here's the funniest part to me about this entire scenario. It was summed up so nicely at a panel. Because they gave it away for free at the start, and now they care about token throttling because they can't give it away at that price and they have to bill you for it. Imagine an editor that charges you more when the editor fucks up. Because that's the situation we created, is if it does it wrong, you get billed twice. That's the actual service. Every time it does it wrong, it bills you. And when it does it right, it doesn't. So wouldn't it be incentivized to do it wrong? Wouldn't you specifically want to make it that it messes up your prompts the first couple tries every time?
And AI is theoretically smart enough that it might actually learn that loophole and start exploiting it.
Or even on a lazier level, if you're a tech guy and you're like, oh, we have different AI models. First, the free prompt will always be slightly worse. Haha. I don't know. I don't feel like being an AI technician today. What's new with me is I've had too much time off, clearly. Between my research project and starting and stopping a half dozen casual projects, I'm just kind of in an ADHD spiral. It's not great. I know full well that I have a month, and in a month I can complete a book or a game from start to finish. I've done this. I do this relatively frequently. But I'd have to lock in, pick one thing, and actually do it without changing what I feel like doing every 30 minutes.
That is the challenge.
So instead, I just dropped a stupid amount of time into Pal World.
Why Pal World specifically?
Well, my roommate started playing Pal World, and it's like, want to play Pal World on my Pal World server? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll play Minecraft with Pokemon in it. Why not? Also, I kind of love the company. They literally just throw shade at large companies as their full-time job, and I love it. Literally, we ordered some Pal World card game starter decks for the bit. And because I want to see if the card game's any good, but also I enjoy the bit of my classmates being like, I'm into Pokemon cards, and be like, actually, I play Pal World. It's just funny fundamentally. But they're like, oh, by the way, if you get tariffed, it's because the president's a dick. They're like, we're not well, I think it was something like, we're not responsible for the increases in shipping costs due to the emotionally unstable child ruler of a certain country.
Yeah.
And that's just amusing to me. It's like, yeah, it's not our fault that America decided to elect an infant. Our bad. Wish we could do something about it, but we can't. And it's funny because, like, the Pal World incident just amuses me and will probably be worth a full episode of our other podcast later. But TLDR, people were on Nintendo's side for copyright infringement until Nintendo started retroactively claiming trademarks to try and, like the moment they started using, like, pure sleazy legalese to win, the internet's opinion shifted instantly. It's like, okay, listen, Nintendo, with your third most profitable franchise of all time, shut up. Your game shouldn't be worse.
It should not.
They're like, instead of suing the knockoff, I don't know, make a better game. Like, we were watching them come up with flat, untextured walls in Pokemon Legends ZA, and I'm like, yeah, no, your game is actually kind of worse than this one. That's sad, because you had a little bit of a bigger budget.
Yeah.
Infinite more money. But yes, let's dagger some hearts.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't realize what's new with you would cause such a tangent, but I enjoyed that. So
that was more me.
But daggering hearts is what I've come for.
So, how we're going to begin is because we failed the recording last time.
Mm-hmm.
This is the night before you arrived in the town of Alora. As you rested and slept, tell me 5 things you dreamt about, taken from the last session. For each thing you tell me that accurately happened, I will lower the DC on the traversal difficulty if you choose to go through the Chaos Realm again.
Ooh.
So you tell me, what was your character's dream last night?
Well, my character's dream was that they were running as fast as they could to follow the Fainwraith, but could barely keep up. And then poor Zippo, poor Zippo, was just so tired from running and chasing after the Fainwraith. But he did manage to successfully come along, and we eventually did, in fact, make it to the village of Alora.
Correct.
Now,
DC has been lowered by 1.
Now, Alora happens to have a fishing rod, and thus really enjoys fishing. And it turns out that catfolk also really enjoy fish. And so, I mean, not necessarily. Well, exactly what her intent was to bribe the guards with fish so that they would be nicer to her when she enters the village.
Objectively successful.
Then, while in the village of Alora,
here we go.
The Fainwraith and Lyra went to the tavern, had a little discussion, and then the Fainwraith was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go through this Twilight Nexus."
Close. I don't think I called it. Is it Twilight Nexus? I think it was
Twilight
the
Pathway?
Twilight Pathway. But I'll allow
Twilight
Nexus.
Pathway.
It's not wrong. The intent is absolutely still there, so I'll absolutely allow that.
But then gave Lyra some free time because the Fainwraith needed to go and collect some minions, I guess. I'm not really sure what they were doing in that downtime. But gave Lyra some free time, and so Lyra went around the town trying to investigate this Twilight Path. And discovered that it is connected to several sacred. I mean, divine and sacred are slightly different, and I'm pretty sure they're more sacred than divine.
I agree.
But anyway,
with this assessment.
trees around the world of what even is this? Like, we're in Haven and we're in the Witherwild.
We'll just say the
Are we in the
Witherwild.
Witherwild?
Yeah, we'll just go with the Witherwild. I mean, it's the name of the
Okay,
frame,
anyway.
and I'm not certain if the continent from the frame got a name. So I'm just going to call it Witherwild for time being.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there are several trees around the Witherwild, which this Twilight Path can connect. One of which is in Alora, one of which is in the Lightning Volcano, and the other ones I didn't really find much
So
about.
there was effectively 7 kingdoms that Haven has conquered, and most of the kingdoms they've conquered have a tree in them.
Aha.
And there's one sad dead tree to the north where the capital was.
Mm-hmm. But after Zippo and Lyra had successfully, climbed up the the caveman carving tree of knowledge. I shouldn't call it that because the people of Alora were offended by the fact that Lyra suggested they were just carvings on a wall, but that's part of the dream. The dream was that this, viewing all these weird carvings on the wall and discovering that the Twilight Path connects all these trees.
Yes.
But after doing her research, she returned to the tavern to join the Fainwraith again. And the Fainwraith brought some catfolk, which makes sense, and one non-catfolk wizard.
Who you hated in particular the moment you saw him.
Well, see, the catfolks, hired mercenaries have no loyalty to the Fainwraith. I would assume. That was my assumption. But this guy, being a non-catfolk in the village of Alora, which is a catfolk village, a Kitari, if you prefer the Daggerheart racial name.
Legally distinct from Tabaxi.
Ancestry. right. Legally distinct from Tabaxi. But the catfolk village of Alora, obviously you would find catfolk to join you on your mission. But this one guy, a wizard, came off as very suspicious because he was not a catfolk. And so Zippo suggested poisoning this guy with some flame retardant salve.
To quote, do you pour asbestos down his throat?
In order to assess loyalty, whether or not whether or not they would betray Lyra. Lyra basically demanded that this wizard, who was clearly suspicious, drink the asbestos.
On a metagaming note here, this is the moment where I even took a moment to be like, from a metagaming note, persuasion is not mind control, and present roles cannot convince someone to drink poison to prove loyalty.
Well, even going back to like D&D logic, like command, the spell, and suggestion, and even GS, they all say that even with mind control, you cannot convince someone to kill or hurt themselves.
And I do believe drinking asbestos is pretty obviously bad for you.
A non-magical persuasion is definitely not going to persuade the Fainwraith to have her minion drink this asbestos. But
I don't even think you could have convinced me to drink a mysterious liquor with that method. Because, like, to set the stage, you're at a table, it's like, to prove your loyalty, Vlad, drink this. I'd be like, no! Absolutely not.
But
best case, it's only mild. Best case, it's poisoned.
But Lyra decided to just pour the asbestos down the mage's throat, thereby at least incapacitating him.
For context, it's not the consistency of quick dry cement.
Then, obviously, the Fainwraith was understandably upset. And so Lyra just decided to run with Zippo and ran straight for the entrance to the Twilight Pathway.
And lit a couple small pieces of the tree nation on fire.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to do what you can do to distract the obviously far more powerful Fainwraiths from actually catching up. And indeed, it was a close call. And Lyra was battered and bloody as she reached out for the tree. But the tree seemed to respond to Lyra's blood and opened up and let her into the Twilight Path. And then closed behind her, leaving the Fainwraith trapped in, well, not trapped, but stuck in Alora. But then, the weirdest part of the dream, the Twilight Path itself is a strange realm where direction is meaningless, and strange beings, strange toothy beings, try to consume your very, very soul. And Lyra actually passed out from exhaustion and fear and everything due to the attacks of these strange beings. Meanwhile, Zippo seems to have kept Lyra safe while she was passed out. But the Twilight Path was not kind to Zippo, and he came back battered and scarred. Even still, Lyra decided to carry the battered and scarred Zippo that had kept her safe, and they made their way just barely to the exit and found themselves in the lightning volcano, where they decided to rest by sleeping with some of the fire kitties.
And with that, the difficulty of the Chaos Realm traversal has dropped from a 20 to a 17. However, what you saw, was it a dream? Perhaps a vision? Maybe it was real. Maybe it was a version of you who had made this journey through this place outside time and space and came back. Maybe you have regrets, maybe you don't. However, the scar that took from you, your transformation ability, seems to still be in effect. You did not regain that. You do not have a scar, but you do no longer have that transformation.
Ooh, no longer have a scar.
The scar is healed, but the transformation is still gone. Pieces of you that you lost may not come back. But the day is yours, and by the day I mean the night. You're taking a long rest, fully recovered, and you recall from this vision following the Fainwraith through the woods. But fate is not written in stone, and these threads of the tapestry of reality can unroll and be woven as you see fit. So I ask you, before any of this has transpired, Zippo nearby, what would you like to do with this information in mind? And to remind you, mechanically, if you retrace parts of your steps, the difficulty will be easier, as this timeline showed you in a vision. But you could, and if you choose to, ignore all of this cause and effect and simply go a unique route.
Right. Okay, but sorry. I've rested.
Full long rest, everything healed up. A nice healthy 3 hope in inventory.
Yeah, okay. But more to the point, the end of the previous session.
You had followed the Fainwraith into the woods to make a tentative alliance to the town of Alora. After the small haven outpost you're in framed the massacre there on you, which would make it more difficult to convince yourself you're innocent to Haven, but not impossible. As far as I'm aware, other than the several murders you're never caught for, you've been an upstanding citizen. It is kind of funny that they think you caused these murders and they look into your history. Other murders might turn up.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping that they'll think that I do recall trying my hardest to work with the army to fight off the Fainwraith army.
You did. And you also gassed the city with a nerve agent.
Well, I mean, that's alleged. Plus, that was definitely, most definitely, was an ally of the Fainwraith that was doing illegal research in the sewers for sure.
Well, what would you like to do? You see the Fainwraith beckoning you. We need to go. And then jumps off to a tree.
Jumps off to a tree.
Just like in your dream.
Just like in my dream. I still do need to go to the town of Alora. So I'm going to turn to Zeppo. Like, Zeppo, do you need me to carry you?
I got this.
All right. Well, then we're just going to start following the Fainwraith.
All right. Go ahead and roll an agility check.
Let's roll. 12 with fear.
So you begin, and you remember from the dream the night before, even though you recall where you jumped and the steps you took. This is exhausting. This is hard work. I'm going to spend that fear immediately for you to mark as stress.
Oh, no.
But for the sake of brevity, you have arrived in the city of Alora. What would you like to repeat? Any action, if you choose to do it exactly the way you saw in your vision, there will be no dice roll required, and it will play out the exact same way. At any point you want to diverge the timeline, you can.
Well, okay, so
if you so chose, you could let the events play out exactly as you've described. Wake up at the base of the volcano with a scar and an injured Zippo. You're allowed to follow the Realm of Fate exactly as it played out before. Or you can try and change things. Because we're in a weird circumstance of me running the same session twice. But from a metagaming point of view, your recap was pretty thorough. So I don't think I'd make you replay too much scene for scene if you felt like doing it the same way. Because I think that our viewers are pretty caught up. But this is a unique opportunity to play with the multiverse a bit.
I am going to... once again, I will go to the Tree of Knowledge.
Yep.
I don't know, they didn't really give it a name. They'll call it the Tree of Knowledge. Are there any people? Are there any people there that are like maintaining the tree? Like,
go ahead and roll a instinct roll.
Instinct. 13 with fear.
13 with fear. So, the village is primarily catfolk, as you're aware, but it's not entirely catfolk. There is the occasional fairy, the occasional fawn. You even see a gnome or two. But what you do notice for maintaining this tree is flying up above the scratches with a little bucket and basically a bucket and a brush of lacquer. Someone's sort of like wood glazing and wood staining over the most recent carvings. You see what looks kind of like... It's a fairy, but it's a more insectile fairy. They kind of look like they're a large ladybug.
I see features.
Who just seems to like doing literal maintenance. Oh, in this timeline, did you offend them by calling them scratches? You had an option to let it play out or diverge.
Oh, no, I don't want to offend them. I want to see if I can gather more information. Because
All right, go
I'm
ahead
curious
and roll a
about
presence check to see if you can be more polite this time.
I rolled... Dang it. A 19 with fear.
So I'll take the fear. So you start seeing the conversation as it was before. Can I see your artwork? And you're about to sneeze, but you hold it in. And you successfully get your point across that I would like to see your beautiful art gallery. And they let you in. This time giving you a bit more breath to look around. Not giving you hostile glares. And that's part of how you notice this fairy this time, is you seem to be there longer. It's almost like last time they're almost like staring condescendingly at where a watch would be and giving pressure on you. This time you seem to be much more welcome in the space.
Well, so I'm going to approach the fairy. Um, excuse me. Uh, I noticed that you have depictions of the Twilight Path. Um, but I haven't seen. How does one open the Twilight Path?
Oh, cha, don't you know? One of the ones blessed by the spirits let you in and out.
Ah, only someone blessed by the spirits. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I wish I was so lucky to take a look.
how does one gain the blessing of the spirits?
Hmm. And they sit down, grow cross-legged, adjust their monocle a little bit, and be like, well, the spirits know more about you than you know about yourself. You can't
Ah,
really gain the blessings of the spirits. The spirits will bless you because they know more than you know. Don't you know?
hmm. Well, so then, uh, it's not a matter of character. It's just simply the whims of the universe.
Hmm. It is a matter of character. Like, they're not gonna let you in if you're a dick. And you could definitely lose the blessing and gain the blessings as they see fit. Just
Ah, I see. I see.
imagine, if you will, we're looking, and at this point they have like a little slate chalkboard and they're starting drawing you a diagram.
Mm.
We view things as a progression of cause to effect, effect to cause. You do a thing happens. But the spirits are outside all that, and they can see many of the endings, and then look back at the beginnings to try and mess around with things before they happen to make them happen so they don't happen the way they're not supposed to happen.
I see. Zippo, did you get all that?
Zippo absolutely is like clocked and locked in. He's taking notes. He is like, uh-huh, physics, I see.
Hmm.
You see Zippo's writing little equations.
um. So how much time do I have left before I'm supposed to meet with the Fainwraith?
About 20 minutes ago.
I was supposed to meet about 20 minutes ago.
Yep, you specifically spent longer here than you did last time.
That is true. I did spend longer here than last time. Hmm. Uh, well, so uh, I've noticed that the Fainwraith likes to use this town as a base of operations.
Well, who'd you hear any of
Um,
that about? Oh, and like trying to be like, you basically walked up and be like, yo, I heard Al Capone lives here. It's like, no.
mm, mm, mm. Well, I mean, if the Fainwraith were living here, do you suppose they have the spirit's blessings?
Roll a presence check. The DCs that were very high because you did just walk up and be like, so I hear Walter White lives here. Is he blessed by God?
I don't think I succeeded. That is a 13 with fear. I'm very fearful today.
They look at you and be like, the blessings can come in many forms. And sometimes the best way to prevent a forest fire is to let small pieces of brush burn. We might not like what they're doing, but we understand the purpose of it. And they might be blessed in some ways, and not blessed in others, and that might not be going over good for them, don't you know?
Yes. Thank you. I apologize for taking so much of your time. You're a very busy person. And thank you for indulging my questions.
They gesture to the donation box at the front of the museum.
Do I have a fish to donate?
You just put a fish in the museum donation box?
Well, I certainly don't have any gold.
As you place a nice wrapped piece of fish just next to the donation box, the guards' eyes light up and it's like you see the corner of their lips curl up into a smile. I gotta wonder how well that'd work in reality. If you went to, like, the ROM, and you go to the tip box, look to it, and just put, like, a box of donuts on the desk next to the front desk. Like, that may actually go over better than the cash donation, depending who's working that day. Like, imagine you're working your job, and there's a tip jar, and they give you, like, a sealed box of cupcakes.
That would be pretty good. I do like cupcakes. But I am just going to saunter casually over to the tavern.
As you arrive within the tavern, you see the Fainwraith at her table with her 3 mercenaries.
Wait. Is the wizard there too?
You do not see the wizard from your dream.
Oh. Hello.
They take a sip of their whiskey, staring at you.
Have you made all the necessary preparations?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Shall we then? As they get up and start just sauntering out of the bar at a slow pace.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow them this time.
All right. Go ahead and roll an instinct reaction roll for me, please.
Ooh, instinct reaction roll of 17.
You do see at another table 2 back a tall elven man glaring at you, who's very clearly the wizard from your dream. That seems to be following enough steps behind and trying to look like they're incognito.
Right. That's suspicious.
Yes.
I knew I shouldn't trust this guy. But I'm not gonna do anything about that. The wizard.
So Zippo sees you look over behind you, looks back, and just whispers quietly, "I can throw a Molotov cocktail that way." And yes, he
so
says,
how far behind? Like,
within far
do you think
distance.
Do you think that Zippo could create some sort of time delayed Molotov cocktail so that it would ignite as the wizard is approaching it?
So Zippo absolutely can make a mine or a time-delayed explosive. But, like, as
Right,
you're
right.
walking with the Fainwraith, this person is walking paces behind. So, like, you could try and have her set up a bomb to hit this person as you approach. I would say
Right.
Zippo won't have to roll for it. He's a pretty good alchemist.
Right.
However, you would have to roll presence if you're trying to, like, make this happen without being seen by your 4 mercenaries and Fainwraith you're casually walking behind.
And the 4 mercenaries are Kitari, yes, no?
Yes. And for the context, remember that scene in Bleach where Uryu set up a series of bombs on every floor to make someone fall forever? If given sufficient time, Zippo would be capable of such a feat.
Right.
So if you want him to put a bomb on a bridge to drop a wizard, he could, and would be thrilled to do so.
That's definitely what I want to do, but do I have any fish left?
Yes.
Yes. Well, so I mean, I am. I'm going to approach the 4 mercenaries. Like, yes, you gentlemen must be hungry. It's best to eat before a journey. And I'm going to offer them fish as a distraction.
Or
to
presence
help
check
Zippo.
for me, please.
Okay. To help Zippo, hopefully. 23 with fear.
So, I'm going to spend that fear immediately for you to mark a stress.
I'm
So
very
the first one
stressed out.
immediately is like goes for it, the second one like grabs stress, be like, just a sec, unwraps it, like takes a knife and like stabs it a couple times, like to make sure there's like nothing in it, sniffs it a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then slices it into 4 even pieces, and they just sit and stop eating, and the Fainwraith looks so annoyed. Just like, they don't say I paid you good money, but their face is I paid you good money. Are you kidding me right now? And they're just like, but like they made sure to check it was poisoned first. They're trained professionals, but they're also cats.
Right.
So Zippo, while this is going on, has basically set up a mechanism of, so it's a glass vial with a stopper half removed that's slowly pouring out oil with a chunk of lithium in the core. That once all the oil goes, it'll connect with the air and ignite, blowing up this bridge.
Yeah, okay.
And that lithium seems to be attached to a packet of some sort of mix of black powder, coffee creamer, and sawdust.
Ooh.
And I don't know if you saw the Mythbusters where they made the coffee creamer cannon.
No, I don't think I did.
Yeah. That bridge is gone once this goes off. And it's set on a timer, estimating based on the walking speed of this elf wizard, who, let me roll to see if he notices this.
Ooh.
All right. Do you want to continue along then?
Yeah, we're going to continue along.
1 second, 5, about a minute, and you hear whoosh behind you as a ball of flames ignites 2 nearby trees. You hear ah! As someone just seems to be plummeting from the bridge. The Fainwraith stops, turns around, summons a staff from the ether. The Qatari all pull their weapons and spin around, all looking at you but kind of behind you. What do you do?
I am going to act as surprised as they are about this explosion.
So roll a presence check. If you get below a 20, you don't pull it off. Wait, no, you saw parts of this in a dream. If you get below a 17, you don't pull it off.
Okay. Let's see. Can I apply my bioterrorist?
I'll allow it. It's a bit of a stretch here.
No, it's not exactly biological terrorism, but good thing I did, because that's only an 18 with fear.
I'm going to take that fear. Save it. So what do you say? Now we're going to go into RP a bit. The dice roll is allowing you to plead your case as to why this wasn't obviously you.
As to why it wasn't obviously me.
So they turn around, they see an explosion, and are looking right at you. What would you say if, say, me and you were walking down the street, and then the bridge behind us blew up?
Well, so I heard the screams of the person, right?
Yep. Full-on Wilhelm scream.
Okay. I'm not. I don't know if I'd be very good at acting, but like, oh gee, no. We have to help put out this fire. The village could burn down. And I'm just gonna rush to like try and help any of the Qatari that are trying to put out the fire.
Ooh. All right. Go ahead and roll finesse to put out fire.
All right. Let's roll for finesse to put out some fires. Man, I am so fearful. 14 with fear.
Excellent. So as you start putting out the fire, Fainwraith grabs your wrist and is like, we need to move. And you start walking, and the Fainwraith's getting a really dirty look from Miko the Bard cat, who's currently putting out this fire, with a couple of his whiskers melted from the flames going off near him.
Oh dear. Not Miko.
But Miko actually did melt a couple of his whiskers jumping on a stove that was on. An idiot.
But am I close enough to the disaster site to see whether or not it was in fact the wizard that fell?
Go ahead and roll an instinct roll.
Instinct. 16 with hope.
So here's
Woohoo!
what's kind of funny. The wizard, as you faced a war wizard in combat before, in theory, this wizard could teleport, in theory. However, they're a little distracted by being on fire. So because they got lit on fire and then fell, I'm going to have... If you manage to roll above 46 damage, they will have died on impact. I'll show you what dice to roll in a second.
Okay.
Falling in collision. And this is very far range, so roll 1d100 plus 15.
1d100 plus 15. Oh my. So for some reason, the dice roller on the...
Alright, 5d20 plus 15, which is technically a larger number. You're welcome.
Well, no, I do have physical dice. I was just going to roll my d100s physically. I was just making a comment about the lack of d100s on this on my board.
Fair enough.
But that is 67 plus 15. That makes 82.
So you look down, and you just kind of see where the tree branch is sticking out through their heart. As they're just impaled on the ground below.
No.
They're very dead. They're very, very dead. Like I said, they had spells. Like, they can teleport, but, like, during the explosion, it just... They were... Like, you could kind of see their fingers out like they were going to teleport and were just a little too slow. Yeah, they're real dead.
Okay. In any event, I will continue with the Fainwraith.
So as like the Fainwraith pulls you away, you do hear one of the Qataris speak in their native tongue. Do you speak a Qatari language?
Not
this game really handles languages, but let's find out. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I don't think there was actually anywhere on my character sheet for languages spoken.
Alright, so in Daggerheart, you're not asked to pick specific languages. The game assumes everyone speaks a common language, and the sign language is widely understood. If you'd like to have specific regional languages, discuss with your table. Alright, we're discussing. So what I'm going to say is, this is less about what languages you know, and more a knowledge check to see if you picked up this language whilst being a doctor.
Alright, let's see if I am knowledgeable enough to have picked up a language. 18 with fear.
So, they basically said in their Catfolk language about the Fainwraith, "Can you believe this bitch?" They don't like this idea that an explosion happened and the solution was to walk faster. Their loyalty seems to be wavering a bit.
Wait, so that's the Qatari of the village, or
the four mercenaries? One of the mercenaries said to another one, "Can you believe this bitch?"
Yeah, okay.
And with that, you have arrived at the tree. At this point, she gestures to you, hands you a small knife, and basically says, "Listen, your blood will open the door. If we want to get there first, this is what you have to do."
And we're trying to beat the other Archmage to the volcano.
Yes. Because the other Archmage has the eye that kills everything it looks at and is on their way to fight the dragon. In theory, the goal being to take this eye back from him, to give it back to the owl, to return the world to balance.
Right.
That was the pitch the Fainwraith gave you. Whether or not the research you've done independently shows they'd have an ulterior plan or motive, that's on your memory to come up with.
Right.
But you do remember inside this tree is an MC Escher painting.
MC Escher, like the melting clock guy?
Yeah, the infinite staircase guy.
Hey, Yeah, yeah. Funny, just as a random side note, I've been watching a show called Lord of Mysteries, which is kind of a trippy show. And one of my friends was like, "Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some like MC Escher inspiration for how they drew all these things." And it's like, wow, that's odd that this artist came up twice in 1 week.
Hmm.
Anyways, uh, so see, I'm not exactly sure that I want to go through the Twilight Path alone again. I mean, me and Simple did barely make it through, but like,
It will be a little easier this time.
uh, not. I am going to put my hand on the tree. But can I attempt to let's see.
Mark 1 hit point for cutting your hand.
Mark a hit point for cutting my hand. Oh, but that means I get a clear stress.
That's
right?
funny.
You mark one of our hit points, clear stress.
I absolutely forgot about that.
As the cut on my hand clears my mind. But I think after I open the door, I want to just punch the Fainwraith in the face and use my overwhelm ability to throw them within close range.
Go ahead and make your roll.
Roll for my attack. 18 with fear. But I am going to mark a hope and throw them within close range.
Okay, so...
If I hit them, I guess.
Do you have any experiences you'd like to add to this roll?
I feel like perhaps medical training could help me find her center of gravity to more effectively hip check her.
All right.
The hip check the Fainwraith.
Because their DC is a 19.
Oh. Whew. So with my medical training, I would in fact be able to. That would change it from a failure to a success.
Yes, because we enjoy metagaming on this channel. So, you have two options, because you said within close range, right?
That is what it says.
So, as I described, you're on a series of really high up walkways.
Mm-hmm.
Your options are shove them back, but not off the walkway, or shove them off the walkway.
I would like to attempt to shove them off the walkway.
So, as you just, now open the tree and you just punch them in the gut, and you just watch them coast over the side of the bridge. Go ahead. Huh. Do you choose to deal damage or just shove them?
I think I just want to shove them.
Interesting. Alright, so, since they're now plummeting to their doom, and their teleport requires them to take damage.
Oh, no.
Go ahead and roll 1d100 plus 15.
Oh no. I mean, this is great for me, but oh no. That is 77. Whew.
That was not enough to double their major threshold. So they take 3 points of damage. You just watch them thwack and hit the ground with a thud. You saw a magic shield around them absorb some of the impact and crack the ground. And at this exact moment, was that with hope or with fear?
That was with fear.
Alright, so play is mine. So you
Mm-hmm,
shoved her off the top of a building.
mm-hmm.
Did not kill her.
Right.
But did send her to very far range because knocked off a building.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4 mercenaries around you, specifically paid to escort this person you shoved off a tree.
Right.
I'm just going to grab a nice friendly stat block for these 4 mercenaries. This feels about right. And they're very much trying to decide what they want to do in this moment. So I'm actually going to do nothing for this GM move and hand this back to you. There's 4 people, weapons drawn, turning around slowly towards you. The Fainwraith has just been shoved off a cliff. And you're not sure how long it'll take them to get back to you. The tree portal is open in front of you.
I am going to...
Ironically, you're kind of in the exact situation you were before you entered last time.
I would like to make a presence check to see if I can play on their wavering loyalty to be something along the lines of, I feel like you know that the Fainwraith does not have the best intent, the good of Alora in her heart. If you truly want to help Alora thrive and grow, join me. Otherwise, I shall leave you behind and take the Twilight Path myself.
All right, roll.
And then I'm going to turn and start walking in.
So the DC for this would originally be a 21. However, you have done many things to try and win over the favor of the catfolk. How many catfolk have you bribed today?
Well, I would say I still bribed the catfolk at the elevator, and I bribed the catfolk in the library. I bribed the mercenaries themselves.
All right, so for each bribe, I'm going to drop the DC by 1. So you have to roll an 18 or higher on this presence check to convince them to come with you.
All right. Oh, critical success, which is good because it was 2 1s.
So they look at you like, she's going to be real pissed at us either way. Fuck it. And then they just go with you in.
Sorry, when I roll a critical success, I clear a stress and gain a hope?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
So as you enter the Twilight Path and it closes behind you, an injured Fainwraith probably punching on the other side, you re-enter the Chaos Realm. This time with 4 catfolk mercenaries. They're like, what the fuck did we just do? Like, they're looking at each other like, did we just make the hugest mistake of our lives? And they look and see, like, this clear water reflection. And you can see the Fainwraith, like, blasting the tree with a blast of fire magic. And they're like, one of them looks to you. Now what?
Well, this place is rather dangerous and difficult to traverse alone. So we'll have to stick together and pool our resources to make it through. We'll get to the volcano and hopefully be able to restore balance to the Witherfire.
They look at each other like, oh man, mistakes have been made.
Mistakes have been made.
All right, what would you like to do?
Well, okay. So do I see any of the eldritch abominations of the Twilight Path?
Looks fine right now.
All right. Then let's try to move slowly and quietly. And I want to try and kind of like sneak forward to see before I get spotted by something else.
All right, roll a finesse check.
Finesse. Oof. I am not stealthy. That is a 4 with fear.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend that fear.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, like, as you try and, like, creep, you step on a branch. And you just see 12 of these masks floating around you.
Uh-oh.
And there seems to be 12 Elder Realm thralls circling your camp.
Oh dear.
They're going to go ahead, and I'm going to spend a fear to use their group attack feature.
Okay.
Choose a target and spotlight all Elder Realm thralls within close range. They move into melee range of the target and make one shared attack. On success, they deal 11 damage each.
Okay, that seems like a lot.
I got a natural 20.
Okay.
So that would be 220 damage. Wait, that cannot be right. Give me a second to pull up a calculator. Alright, so just to go metagame a bit. So the feature is called Outer Realms Predator. Action spend if you're to summon an Elder Realms Abomination, Corruptor, or 2d6 Elder Realms Thralls, who appear within close range of the PC in defiance of logic and causality. Immediately spotlight one of these adversaries. You can spend an additional fear to automatically succeed on that adversary's standard attack.
Okay.
The thralls themselves, which have been scaled down by the way, deal 11 damage each. So it would actually be 11 times 12.
132.
Then doubled because of the critical.
So 264.
So the way I see it, what is your upper threshold?
My upper threshold is a measly 28.
So if we divide that by 28, that would deal 9 hit points by the doubling rules we've been using as written. However, each of these mercenaries has 3 hit points. How would you like to distribute this damage across your squad?
Each of the mercenaries has 3 hit points.
And there's 10 hit points of damage coming towards you and your squad.
Sheesh. That is not good.
That is by far the most damage I've ever rolled. By a wide margin. Not only did I roll the highest number of thralls that could spawn, I got a critical hit on their attack.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have to distribute.
And this is why there normally isn't a rule that normally you can only do a maximum of 4 damage per roll, but I've been letting you double and double and double and double.
Right.
And my rule as a GM is what I let you do, I then can do myself.
You got to be fair. But so, I mean, 3 of the mercenaries have to take 1. 1 of the mercenaries has to take 2. And then I take the remaining 5.
Okay. So 1 took 1 and 2 of them took 2?
Although, actually, okay, so I am going to mark an armor slot to reduce that to only 4 for me? Is that how? No.
Yes.
How would that?
Yes. So,
yeah, okay.
You just see them like form and start ripping your little squadron apart as one of them takes a cut across the face, one of them gets punched really hard in the chest, and you just see one of them start scratching at their own face screaming.
Oh my.
Alright, turn to reserve. There's 12 of these things around you.
There are 12 of them.
Apparently.
Well, I mean, okay, wait, you cause it, adversary, okay. I guess I just have to start attacking. I'm gonna attack the closest one to me, I guess.
Alright, go ahead and make your attack.
This is gonna go worse than last time, probably. Let's see. Oh, a critical success again. Nice.
There you go. Well, that'll hit.
So then I roll for damage.
Yeah.
On a critical hit, I get deal double damage. That's
You deal the maximum amount you can roll, and then add that to the roll.
Yeah. Okay. So that would be 48. Holy.
Okay, so
48 damage plus my roll.
So every 10 damage kills one of these thralls.
So that's 68 damage.
So you just start wailing, and you manage to smash half of them to death.
Well, okay, but so I feel like my combo die was higher than a D4. I don't know why they got Well, okay, so they did an update to Demiplane, and there were some like that reset my unarmed strike. I had to set that to be presence again, and it seems to have reset my combo die, but I'm like 99% sure I upgraded it because it's an awesome ability.
That sounds like you would have.
So I'll have to double check now what my combo die should actually be, because it's I'll just go with the D4 for now, because I'll definitely be able to kill at least one more guy. Because if I roll my D4, that is a 3 plus 1. Okay, so I get to roll again, so that's 10. So that I deal additional 6 damage, so that's 74 altogether.
Okay, so you managed to take out 7 of them. And turn order is still yours, as there's 5 of these masked creatures remaining.
Okay. I mean, I guess I gotta try and punch the remaining few. Roll for my attack. 23 with fear.
Okay, 23 will hit.
All right. So when I roll my dice, that's 29 damage. I'm going to mark a stress to try and combo off again. Combo die. Roll. That was a 4. A 2. So that's an additional 9 damage, which makes that 38.
38. Okay, that means that there is currently 2 of them remaining.
Okay, and then I have this ferocity ability. Whenever you cause an adversary to mark 1 or more hit points, am I actually causing them to mark hit points?
Yes.
How many hit points did I cause them to mark?
I guess 3 across 3 people.
So then I can spend 2 hope to increase my evasion by 3.
Okay. So, I'm going to spend a fear to use disorienting reality on you.
Okay.
Describe one of your fears this environment invokes as a vision of reality. As reality unmakes and reconstitutes itself to be your fear.
Oh dear, oh dear. I think one of my fears is that I mean, I can't transform anymore, but transforming generally ends with the frenzy, and I have a fear that I might actually frenzy and kill poor Zeppo.
Lose a hope.
No.
Alright, and now I'm going to spend a fear. Make a strength reaction roll, please.
A strength reaction roll? Uh-oh, that's not very good. A 14 with speed. Oh no, it's a reaction roll. 14.
14. So you take 20 magic damage.
Okay. Am I allowed to mark an armor slot to reduce the threshold? Okay. All right.
And then lastly, make a presence reaction roll.
Presence reaction roll. 16.
16. So you need 17 in this place?
Yeah.
So your highest stat is now reduced by 3, unless you mark a number of stress equal to its value.
I will just mark the stress equal to its value.
As you feel this place try and steal something from you that makes you legendary. You feel like a piece of your power, your strength, your force of will has been taken from you.
Oh dear.
And now I will let my creatures attack.
Huh. All right.
Okay. Does a... rolling real good today. Does a 20 hit you?
Yes, it does.
That is 22 physical damage as they jump on you.
Huh.
And if you like, you can redirect that damage to your squad.
Well, I need to mark another armor slot, and I do need to redirect 1 damage to one of the mercenaries that is only taking 1 damage. Probably the guy that was scratching his own face, though.
Okay, so now 3 of your mercenaries have each taken 2 damage.
Right.
As like, Gah! As one of them just kind of the guy scratching his face holds his hands down, sees you're about to get hit, and tackles you out of the way and gets stabbed in the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Torn orders back to you. I still have 3 fear left.
Well, I mean, I gotta beat up these masks.
All right.
Let's see. Oof. That is a 9 with fear. I feel like I'm not gonna make it through this.
You lose a hope.
I'm already at 0 hope.
Oh, then I gain a fear.
Ooh. That's bad news.
All right, so turn orders back to me. I'm going to have
Mm-hmm.
them attack you again.
Okay.
Natural 1. They're just kind of floating around you, turning themselves inside out and screaming at you.
Oh dear.
What would you like to do?
I mean, just keep punching at them.
Okay.
For now. There's only 2 left, right?
Correct.
All right, let's see if we can make a more. Yeah, 22 with hope.
That'll hit.
And then, oh, come on. That is only 16 damage, so I need to combo off to try and actually kill this last guy.
Yep.
Roll. Ooh, that's a 4. So then 3. And another 3. So they take an additional 10 damage,
So
which
as you
makes
do
it 26 altogether.
a spin kick and knock out the last 2, you see 3 out of 4 catfolk are just demolished.
Mm-hmm.
One looks kind of fine, and one of the demolished ones is looking at that portal that you guys came out of. It's like, you've made it. The countdown to get out of here has went from an 8 to a 7.
That is not good.
No. They look terrified.
Well, so despite looking rather battered and bruised myself, I think I want to emit a commanding aura and reassure these guys that I know the pathway. Like, I know the pathway, just follow me.
Okay.
And I want to try and navigate using presence to get through this.
Alright, go ahead, roll the presence check. Just need to beat a 17.
Mm-hmm. That is a 12 with hope.
Oh, God. So, alrighty then. As you begin walking along, you see it just kind of looks like floating in front of you. It looks like you looking directly at you.
Oh. Zippo, do you see that ahead of us?
Mm-hmm.
I see. Well, I think I have a health potion, so I'm going to drink a health potion real quick. Drink a health potion. Oh, to clear 5 hit points. That's pretty good.
Nice.
And then does the shadow of me seem to be looking at us?
Yep. It's walking up to you casually.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to swap out my signature move. I'm going to swap to my signature move because apparently I didn't have it prepared.
Okay.
And my signature move is precise pressure points, which I'm just going to use my signature move and try to punch my clone in his solar plex.
All right, go ahead and make your attack.
And attack. Oh, okay. I see. So when you hit attack, health die, and that's added. Trying to work with this thing is it doesn't seem to be. So that makes a 27 with hope.
27 will hit.
And then I get to roll 30 damage.
30 damage. So as you smack it real good, and it marks a couple hit points. You see where you punched it, the face kind of turns to stone and spikes, and you watch it slowly shift as the rocks jut out of the fingertips and the hands. The body quivers a bit as spikes come out. And as you're looking face to face with something similar to your lost, missing, transformed state, it's going to go ahead and punch you in the solar plexus.
Oh, no.
Does a 17 hit you?
17 does hit.
Okay, so you take 25 points of damage as it punches you back.
Oh, boy.
And you lose a hope.
Oh, my.
What would you like to do? You walked up and punched it, and it made eye contact, transformed, and punched you back.
Okay, I'm going to use my eye for an eye. Whenever you mark more than one hit point from an attack in melee range, the attacker must make a reaction roll 13. On a failure, once per rest,
I got a 10.
Mark the same number of hit points. Oh, so they mark 2 hit points.
Oh, damn. So, as you punch it, it punches, you punch it punches you punch it a third time straight through it, and it collapses. But on its way out the door, make a knowledge reaction roll.
Knowledge reaction roll 9.
So, as you begin to collapse, you see this timeline, like infinite numbers of this fight playing out. Some you win, some you lose, some you murder Zippo, some the catfolk murder you. Mark 2 stress.
Okay.
But you have progressed another tick through this realm. 6 to go.
6 to go. Okay. I mean, I guess I'm going to turn to the mercenaries and be like, follow me. And I'm going to just attempt to sprint through here.
All right, go ahead and make an agility roll.
Agility roll 21 with fear.
You're running. You're running. The ground shifting below you. They're sprinting full speed. Zippo is running as fast as he can. Different masks in the distance shaping and forming. Pillars of light above you and below you. At one time you're both running along and you look up and you see them running on the ceiling, which is now the ground. And you've made some progress. Now that you've made it through the twisting paths, you see 3 waterfalls coming from different parts that are all converging into a vortex in the center, forming kind of like a river through the trees. What would you like to do?
Are there any boats or anything?
You don't see any.
Well, Does the water look pure?
It does.
It does. It does. Well, I think I need to stop for a moment, and I'm just going to try and take a sip of the water, see what happens.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength reaction roll for me.
A strength reaction roll, that's not good. 15!
You clear a stress.
Oh.
Tastes like water.
Um,
And as you look at your reflection in the water, you see a small child looking back at you on the bank of a river covered in mud.
Oh. Does this remind me of when Leroy found
Absolutely.
found me? I would like to So what I want to do is I want to apply my abandonment issues here, using Leroy as my North Star and be like, no, I can't believe you abandoned me, kind of thing, and pray to him to actually guide me through so I can find him again.
Okay.
Even though I know he's dead.
Go ahead and roll an instinct roll, I believe. But you may spend that hope to add that to it.
I am going to. Okay, so instinct, abandonment issues. Roll 22 with hope. All right.
As you continue through, you see that like branches and leaves have kind of formed you a path, like almost like lily pads across the stream of water. And as you continue walking, and the branches get redder and redder, you see like golden feathers falling in the distance like snow.
Golden feathers, huh? So they're still in the distance, though?
Yes.
Space
is hard to judge here, but you feel like you're about halfway through this adventure.
Well, so I mean, I guess I'm gonna try and reassume my commanding presence to guide these mercenaries through here.
Okay.
And head towards the feathers. Roll my presence check. Ooh, 9 with fear.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend that fear. So as you're walking along with your troop in tow, you see what looks like 3 raccoons, no 6, no 9, no 100, all swarm one of the catfolk and kind of like start tearing him to shreds.
Oh no! Well, I mean, I gotta try and rescue him. I'm gonna like.
You don't have to. You can just keep going.
No, I gotta try and rescue this guy.
All right, what you doing? He's currently restrained and vulnerable, being devoured by the Outer Realms abomination.
Yeah. It's probably not possible for me to just like try and intimidate them and command them to leave.
Oh, you can certainly try.
I can certainly try. All right. I don't like the sound of that, Matt Mercer. 14 with hope.
So as you're like, hey, quit it. I'm going to go ahead and spend the fear here. And all these raccoons become flying towards you.
Uh-oh.
I rolled a 20. So that's 24 plus 13, 32. So that's 32 points of damage hitting you.
Okay.
Make an instinct reaction roll.
Instinct reaction roll. I am instinctively 19.
19. So nothing extra special bad happened. But you are just getting bludgeoned by hundreds of spectral raccoons right now.
So I can so I've taken 2 counts of severe damage this session so far. Okay. Oh no! Are these guys with it?
Yes.
Huh.
Actually, that's a very good question. You tell me. What do you think? Do you think this would wither you? I don't think it would.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't really think it would either, but I was like, oh, severe damage. Uh-oh.
As much as I'd love to roll the wither table, I think you're fine for that.
I am going to use my homunculus ancestry of scales to mark a stress to mark 1 fewer hit points.
Alright. And as always, you could distribute these hit points across your 4 catfolk companions or Zippo. 3 of those catfolk have 1 hit point left, and the one that was being mauled to shit only has 1 hit point left as well.
So they all have 1 hit point left.
Yeah. And Zippo's fine. You don't know how many hits he can take.
Right. Well, I feel like I just need to punch some raccoons in the face. These poor cuddly raccoons that are not so cuddly. Raccoons are actually kind of vicious, but...
And go ahead and add an extra D6 advantage as your mercenaries are trying to help fight this thing.
All right, D6 advantage. Oh, that's a 20 with fear.
20 will hit.
All right.
Go ahead and roll damage. And this thing is brutal. This chaotic mockery of life constantly in flux.
33, but I am going to... I should have cleared a stress for marking a hit point. But I'm going to spend that stress right away to try and combo off.
Go ahead.
Spend the stress combo. Oof, that's only 1, so I only get 1 more roll. Additional 5 damage, so that's 38 altogether.
That was enough to beat its first threshold.
Huh. All right.
Okay, then it's gonna look at
Punching
you.
Raccoons in the face.
And then you're gonna see the raccoons like kind of break down and fuse and twist as it turns into a giant Leroy who goes down and shoots a tongue out at you.
Oh my.
Does a... Wait, what? Huh. Does a 17 hit you?
Ooh, 17 does hit me. That's not good.
That is coming at you for 27 damage.
I'm going to mark an armor slot and make that only 1 hit point. But I am going to spend 2 hope to up my evasion by 1 for next.
Alright. Toner goes back to you. I'm sitting here with a mighty 5 fear. This thing looks only ever so slightly injured. Like 2 out of 7's injured.
Okay. Actually, so I have a question for you. Okay, so the eye for eye says whenever you mark more than 1 hit point. So obviously I can't apply it right now. But it says on a failure, once per rest, they immediately mark the same number of hit points in return. Mm-hmm. Is that like I can only use the feature once per rest, or is it I can use it once per rest per creature?
Once per rest.
Once per rest. Okay, so I've already used that to kill my shadow. Mm-hmm. All right, just double checking.
Yeah.
I mean, these freaking raccoons need to go. Are my mercenaries still helping me?
Yes.
All right, mercenaries, let's do this. 31.
31
with fear.
With fear. 31 will hit.
All right. We deal an additional 20 damage.
20 damage total?
Yeah.
All right. It marks 1 more hit point.
Uh-oh.
It's looking mostly... It's taking some bludgeoning.
Right.
I'm going to have it at this point I will spend a fear. Make a knowledge reaction roll.
A knowledge reaction roll. 17.
17. If it meets, it beats. So you remember the flashback last time this reality quake hit you that made you take double hope. When you spend hope or mark armor slots, HP or stress, that amount is doubled. And you're like, nope, absolutely not. And you managed to roll out of the way. Back to you.
Me and these mercenaries are just going to keep fighting these freaking raccoons.
Go for it.
Die, raccoons. 20 with hope.
20 with hope. Go ahead and roll damage.
Rolling for damage. Ooh, 37.
37. It marks 2 more hit points. It's starting to take some wear and tear.
Sheesh. It seems pretty tough.
As you punch it and punch it and punch it, you see it just kind of shifts and shrinks down, and is shrinked down all the way to looking a little bit like your cobalt friend. Like a pretty good alchemist. And then it's going to pull a screwdriver and stab in your eye. Does a 6 hit you?
It does not.
Turn order back to you, as you just see it turn into a kobold and lunge at you and try and stab you in the eye.
Well, now that it's just a little kobold, I can definitely, I want to try and uppercut this bad boy.
All right.
Hopefully I can uppercut him right into the sword of one of my companions, who are actually being helpful for once.
For once?
22 with hope.
They've soaked up 8 hit points of damage. How dare you?
You're right. My companions have been very helpful.
And what'd you roll?
22 with hope.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. I'm offended on their behalf. They've been putting in hustle. You'd be dead.
That's 24 more damage.
Alright. 24 damage has dropped it down to a singular hit point.
Ooh. Is it worthwhile to try and combo off? No, probably not. No, that's so I try to uppercut it. Boom. And then is turn order still mine?
No, now it's mine. As you uppercut it, its body reforms into rows and rows of teeth that begin to wrap themselves down around your arm. Does a 15 hit you?
Ooh, my evasion is 15.
Alrighty then. That'll be 21 points of damage.
Okay. I don't think there's anything I can do about this. I think that's my last hit point.
So as you go and about to go down, your good, reliable friend Zippo stabs it in the eye with a screwdriver, and then the teeth wrap around Zippo and clamp down on him.
No, not Zippo.
Turn order is yours. Zippo's looking pretty rough.
I've got to rip this thing off of him. I'm gonna just savagely try and punch this thing.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
18 with fear.
18 with fear. 18 will hit, only because you've been here once before. Go ahead and roll damage.
36 damage.
So as you plummet and plummet this thing, and it finally collapses, you take a breath. You're looking pretty woven and wary.
Mm-hmm.
And then, give me 1 second here. Right, items. Go ahead and roll me 3d20 for me, please.
3d20. 36.
36. You see where the puzzle body has broken down and collapsed. What looks like a pair of gloves just sitting on the ground.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll pick them up and inspect them.
You can go ahead and add ghoul skin gloves to your inventory if they're in Nexus, and if they're not, we'll worry about it later. When you attack with a physical weapon while wearing these gloves, the damage is considered both physical and magic.
Okay, so ghoul skin gloves are not ghoul skin. Ghoul skin gloves. Gloves made from the skin of a ghoul. And I can wear them with my fists to deal magical or physical damage?
Correct. They'll allow you effectively to punch a ghost if needed.
Magical or physical damage. All right.
So.
But they don't do any like any additional damage or anything. Just the choice between the two.
Correct.
Okay. Works for me.
Alright, so the countdown is down to 2 to get out of here. Your squad is looking pretty ravaged. I think you're all down to 1 hit point. Like, literally all of you.
And
you see those feathers that were the size of snow? They've actually gotten big, like about... You see them drifting down above you, and each feather is about the size of a short sword. Directly above you, drifting down like snow around you. And you see a single unblinking eye peering out from the fiery tree across from you.
A single unblinking eye. Okay. Can I use my fishing rod to try and capture one of these feathers?
Yes, you can. You tell me what stat that'd be, though.
I do feel like that would just be finesse.
All right, I'm gonna say a finesse with advantage.
Finesse with advantage. All right. 19 with hope.
19 with hope. Yeah, as you are holding this feather that you've successfully fished out of the air and caught to yourself, it is a brilliant gold color. It reminds you of like the golden hour between the day and night cycle. It's warm to the touch.
All right. Do I feel like this feather, like could I try and use it as a sort of compass to guide myself towards the exit?
Go ahead and make a knowledge check with advantage.
Knowledge with advantage. Oh, only a 15 with fear.
15 with fear. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and spend that fear. And I'm rolling 2d6 to see how many thralls appear on you for your final leg of the journey.
Mm-hmm.
2 of the masked thralls form up, staring directly at you.
Huh. Okay.
Does an 8 hit you?
An 8 does not hit.
They both lunge towards you, daggers in hand. One to the front, one to the back of you, and they miss ever so slightly as you manage to barely move out of the way. What would you like to do?
I mean, I feel like I just need to do like a flipping drop kick on these bad boys. Like, jump up there, flip over, and fall.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Do I still have advantage from my mercenaries?
I'll allow it.
Yeah. 21 with fear.
21 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Rolling 25 damage.
You manage to knock them both out of way, and you see what looks like a clear blue puddle reflected. You see a catfolk licking at it. You see a fire cat looking at it. That it could be your exit if you choose. And holding the feather and looking above, you see that single eye staring down upon you.
I am going to offer the feather back up to the eye, bow graciously, and then go through the portal.
And as you exit through the portal into the chamber surrounded by fire cats, that will wrap up today's session. This time you have 4 catfolk with you, Zippo with you, and did not take a permanent scar.
Woohoo!
You do not level up again. So, how'd you feel about the retrospective remake session?
I like that. Like you said, doing the recap of the session, um, it it gave me some ideas of what lore I might want to actually look for. Like because I already have an idea of what I might find. Um, I actually had more of an idea of what to look for, which was nice. And then I was able to like gain a little bit more lore. Not
Okay.
I don't know if I gained anything particularly useful, but I rather enjoyed uh, being able to kind of metagame and be like, okay, this is where it was kind of going last time, and now this time I can search a little bit more and then act a little bit differently.
All right. Because yeah, what I did was there's like a card creator on the Daggerheart website that has like an auto tier down function. So I dropped all the things for
Okay.
being tier 4 to tier 3, including the environment
Mm-hmm.
itself. So it was
Okay.
objectively less mean, but it's still so mean. The Chaos Realm traversal is so mean.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have killed the Archmage this time, but I still don't trust that wizard. I just don't trust him.
It's a good thing to
Now
not
he's
trust.
dead,
I just find it funny for her to be like, and we walk up politely, and I shove her off a cliff again. I always wonder though. So how do you feel about this idea that every time you double it, it ticks up 1, where the damage can go to a truly high? Where like game is written, it caps at 3 damage, maybe 4. So it's weird. So I like being able to instantly kill things for the narrative. But like rules as written, that guy should have lived.
Yeah. I do think like it's definitely a DM's discretion. Like you say, rules as written, that guy should have lived. But for the narrative, it was much more impactful for him to actually to die, even though there was some risk that he might have survived, because it was still down to a dice roll. I think that maintaining that narrative freedom is important. The flip side, where I can actually like take that same amount of damage, is like, I mean, I guess I gotta take the double-edged sword, where it's like, if I'm gonna let you kill people for the narrative, then I should expect that I might get hit back with it.
And I mean, with the way the game's written too, it's like you can also choose to like take a scar and exit the scene when you do. So even though you can be one shot under these rules, it's extremely unlikely. And if you were to, just to metagame a bit, you would have woken up down a catfolk.
I am super happy that I managed to actually save all the catfolk. That was and they were quite helpful when they were doing the advantage.
That felt like so. Like we talked about NPCs and allies and countdowns and features and timers. And even in like the recent episode of like the Critical Role Age of Umbra, Matt Mercer's like, okay, here's the trigger and the timer. I gotta say, flat advantage is easily the efficient way to do it. Because like, had I had like timers going for each catfolk for my 4 catfolk, so each time every 4 rolls they got an effect, or whenever X happened they did Y. Just a flat advantage is such a cleaner way to do it.
I definitely agree. And
then I gave them the hit point sponging mechanics, which I don't even know if NPCs normally get hit points in Daggerheart, but I'm like, 3 feels right.
Well, so the rules as written for the NPC kind of suggest that they might not have, like, if your NPC is an actual adversary, then the adversary has stress and hit points on it. But if your NPC is just like a random villager, they might not have hit points.
And I think the implication is that you wouldn't be normally attacking or killing NPCs. Where it's like, because these were already pre-existing stat blocks, I just gave them the amount of HP they had.
Right. And I think that was perfectly fine for these characters as NPCs. And I do agree, the vagueness of the create an effect in the trigger, I mean, you could definitely do some very cool and thematic things with that setup. But I don't think it's very good for on the fly creating an NPC. I think the straight advantage is just so much cleaner and easier for you to just be like, you have an NPC, they give you advantage.
Yeah, because it's like they talk about the important NPC doing things like when very close range marks 2 hit points, roll a d4, move into range, mark a hit point and mark 1 hit point instead, reduce dice size. Like there's like their examples would require me to know which NPCs were going to be there in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, oh, this one's a mentor, chooses a protege. When they fail, move into range and give them advice or guidance. I'm like, that's just too specific. So the thing about Daggerheart, I like a lot of mechanics. I would rather the stat blocks be synchronous rather than asynchronous. I would love it if NPCs, players, and enemies all function mechanically the same.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, even D&D 5e is a little better for that, where like if I have a stat block of a dragon and I give it to a player, like enemy stat blocks and player stat blocks are extremely similar in construction.
Right.
Like there's a lot I like about the system, but I really wish there was just NPC cards that were set up more clearly.
Yeah. And so then you'd be able to like choose, oh, I have a sailor NPC, so I can find the sailor card, and it'll give you a relevantly themed ability that you could use as per the rules that they have written.
Because, yeah, like there was more like examples rather than like actually rules for them.
Mm-hmm. But like I say, just giving advantage when I have my dudes. I mean, another good thing, another potential easy way to use NPCs would be if, in this case, they were mercenaries. So you could have also even say like added extra damage or made enemies mark extra hit points or make them mark extra stress. But it's definitely much easier to incorporate the NPCs into existing mechanics that you're already taking advantage of, rather than on the fly trying to give them an ability and a trigger, I think.
Yeah, like even for the text I posted in our chat about where it literally says put a spotlight on what they do, showing how the fiction changes are involved, and when they activate the PC and the PC capitalizes on it, give the PC advantage on that roll. So it's not like I changed any rules for doing it. It's more like I gave them hit points and stress, even though like they don't technically need it. But I mostly did that so they could absorb damage in this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, if they had an NPC feature, it would be something more along the lines of when the ally takes damage, trigger, take a hit point instead kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I digress.
I suppose that... Yeah. No. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, any other questions, comments, and thoughts before we wrap up this session?
No. I rather enjoyed it. And it's too bad that our previous recording did get
scuffed.
Not properly saved, scuffed.
If only we had employees.
But I did enjoy, like I said, having that meta knowledge so that I could investigate specific aspects even further. Was enjoyable, and then being able to do things slightly differently. I mean, it all worked out basically the same. I killed the wizard and I ran away from Fainwraith, but then it's like this time I have allies, which I don't know how helpful they're actually going to be.
Oh, it's going to be so funny when all 4 of them die to a single blast of fire dragon breath.
I mean, they're definitely not going to. It's going to be rough.
As you to be fair though, if they do end up saving the day, then the narrative becomes really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, thank you for playing, thank you for listening. At some point this adventure will be up on our itch.io, probably over the next couple days because I should have some time to make that happen. And thank you all for playing. I don't know, support your local radio station, I guess, if you feel like it. Okay, thanks, bye.
Bye.
But real talk, how funny would it be to have a local radio station where we just did like D&D live plays and things, like just a straight up Dungeons and Dragons actual radio station would be so funny. And I mean that as like TTRPGs in general, because Wizards of the Coast don't pay me.
You know, I wonder if you could actually like, because there is a community radio station where you can just go on there and like, I don't know what it takes to get on the community radio station, but they just like people host their own shows and they
probably an email. It's probably if you write an email or a letter to the radio station, it's probably all you have to do.
I wonder, it's like, hey, can we, stream our podcast on your radio station as long as we just, have commercial breaks, I guess?
That'd actually be amazing. That'd be good stuff.
Maybe I'll look into that. I don't know.